What's up, Panthers Nation? We have a lot to talk about in this video, and we're going to start with Kaepernick being looked at by 11 teams, Atlanta being the first one for during a private workout. Now, we are not included in those 11 teams for obvious reasons, but that's something to think about with Atlanta being the first one to really look at him. I'm pretty sure Tampa Bay's in that list, and Chicago, Arizona, most likely a few others. But the fact that two division opponents are interested in Kaepernick, doesn't really concern me. But the news media is what concerns me, because we're going to be hearing about this all throughout the next month. If Atlanta does sign him, or Tampa Bay, we'll be hearing about that one. I'm not concerned about his playing ability. We'll see how he does in those private workouts, but I really don't want all that press coverage hitting us, in the next game here against Atlanta at home in Charlotte. And then, we face them again in 2 to 3 weeks after that. So that media coverage is going to hit us all month if Kaepernick gets signed. And that's going to be really, really irritating to people that are against Kaepernick. And it's just going to get in the way of the game, in my opinion. So, my focus is on the game. I'm not taking one side or the other. At this point, I just really don't want all that media coverage and all those questions hitting our coaches and everything else. It's just not good for us going into Atlanta. In the Dome and at home. So, next thing is, we made some roster moves this week. Corn Elder got signed at corner. Mike Davis signed running back. The Bears released him. We picked him up. I don't know how I feel about the Mike Davis one, but we'll see how he pans out. But he's good backup for our depth chart, which I'm not going to complain about, because McCaffrey's had a ton of snaps this year. And the one I'm unhappy about is Brian Cox Jr., the linebacker released off the practice squad. Now, Brian Cox Jr., I've watched him during training camp, and you guys saw him during those videos. He looked good. So, I'm not thrilled that the Browns got him. And the last one that really affects us, but is not one of our transactions, is the Texans claim corner Vernon Hargreaves. And a lot of people have been talking him up this week as far as, why we should hone in on him and go for him. But the Texans got to him first, so better luck next time, I guess. But I'll take Corn Elder. I think he's a good, solid backup man. He's going to help us out a lot. Considering the fact that we had our practice squad corner out there at nickel during that last game. And Bradbury and Dante were both on the sideline. That's trouble. That's a lot of trouble. So Corn Elder coming in really, really helps us and provides that extra depth that we need. And he already knows our system. So positives and negatives to Corn Elder, you guys can argue that out in the comment section. Let me know what you think of him. Personally, I liked him when I saw him in training camp, and preseason. But that's just my opinion. And there's also Greg Dortch that we signed for a practice squad, and he was a former Jets running back. So a lot of people are saying that wasn't a good pickup, and I agree. I'm not a fan of any Jets players coming to our practice squad or our roster right now. You know, it's the Jets. Why are we going after Jets players? I don't get it. But so let's get into the meat of this video, shall we? Cam Newton. There's been a rumor saying that Chicago might like him in a trade. And Cam responded with he would welcome an opportunity to play in Chicago. So here's my question. If we were to trade Cam, what would they give us in a trade? What would they give us for him? Assuming he's healthy, you know, minus the shoulder. That's never going to be 100%. You know, if his ankle gets and his foot gets to be 100%, what would Chicago give us in a trade? You know, playing devil's advocate here, what would they give us? You know, you speculate in the comments below. You know, I know most of you guys would like to see Cam stay here. I personally would as well. And there's even a petition going around to keep Cam in Carolina. And this, I don't believe it's reached Tepper yet, but a lot of people have been petitioning Tepper for this purpose. And they reached about 96 signatures through 11:30 on Thursday, which is yesterday when this video is being recorded and posted. So, that being said, there's a huge debate on whether we should or should not trade Cam. You know, his contract is up soon. So, I'll let y'all decide in the comments below what you think we should do with him. Whether we should keep him, whether we should trade him, I personally did not want to make this video until we had all the info that we needed. Plus, I did not want to stir the pot, you know, until someone else did. So, they unfortunately have, and this part of the video has to be made. So, we'll see what we think is the best option on that front. Meanwhile, we still have a left tackle issue. However, we have good news on that front. Greg Little has returned to practice. He's been in concussion protocol and is in his last stages of concussion protocol. So that's excellent news. We still have Dally injured right now. There's a couple of injuries elsewhere on the team as well. You can look at the injury report and check that out for yourselves. That's on our website, Panthers website. So go check those out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell so you don't miss any new content. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you guys very much for watching, and keep pounding.